on Curly's timing and decided to relinquish the chair as of July 1st was impeccable. I really am appreciative of having the opportunity to say a few words to you today. I was asked to share some thoughts on why I became a trustee, what it means to be a trustee, and talk a bit about some of the things that your board is doing to help work through the financial environment in which we all find ourselves. I'd always made some financial contribution, however small, to Dickinson from the time I graduated. I just felt it was important to give back, and I believe that many of my developing career skills were a product of the useful education I had received at Dickinson. At some point in the 1990s, I was asked to join something called the Board of Advisors. One of the other members of this group was this guy, Bill Durden. It was, as I know Bill would agree, a rather frustrating experience, but one which nonetheless put me in closer contact with the school. About a year after Bill became president, I was asked to join the Board of Trustees. Why did I accept? Not only was this a chance to continue to give back, but I was excited by the renewed energy and momentum I saw at Dickinson. I thought, yep, this train is leaving the station and I want to be on board. And I have to say it's been a very exciting 8 years. I've had no regrets and truly feel that in many ways I have received a great deal more than I have given. When my husband George, who is, by the way, a loyal Wesleyan University graduate, by the way, for Christmas he got Dickinson couplets. When we were asked to agree to chair the First in America campaign, I really didn't know what to expect. What we have experienced has been exhilarating. Throughout the campaign events and meetings, Carlisle, Philadelphia, Baltimore, DC, Chicago, San Francisco, and London, we have met so many interesting and engaging friends and alumni. It's been rewarding to help tell the Dickinson story. I've also had an opportunity to get to know many of you here through these experiences. These experiences, along with what I see and hear during my many times on campus, give me the confidence for the present and optimism for the future. So what does it mean to be a trustee? It is, of course, a tremendous privilege, but it also carries a great responsibility. A trustee is charged with being an effective fiduciary, a responsible steward for that which does not actually belong to him or her, in this case, the assets of the college. Effective trusteeship does not mean the board making unilateral decisions, but it is a collaborative effort with the president, the faculty, the administration, and other members of the community. It also constitutes much more than showing up for a board meeting 3 times a year and writing an annual check. Each trustee serves on 2 or more committees, involving many hours of meetings and discussion throughout the year. A personal commitment of time, talents, and yes, treasures is necessary. So what is your board doing to help Dickinson weather the global financial crisis? Well, of course, digging deep financially as individual capacity permits, making Dickinson a philanthropic priority. No one has gone untouched by what is happening in our economy. Yet one of our board members recently challenged his fellow trustees to actually step to the plate and give an amount to the annual fund over and above what they might normally give. The result? An extra $100,000 to the annual fund just in the month of December from the board, which was then turned into a challenge to all alumni, the successful 1783 challenge, which resulted in 2,400 gifts in December, a greater number than ever before, I think by almost 500 gifts. The investment committee, which as you know is responsible for oversight of the endowment, has always met on a regular basis throughout the year. And as Bill referenced, investment performance, especially in the past 5 years, has been very strong. And in fact, in the last fiscal year, and in June of last year, our results put us into the top decile nationally and well ahead of our peers. This year, of course, is a true challenge. Since the economic crisis began, the investment committee has been meeting monthly at least, and often weekly, with our Chief Investment Officer, Alice Handy, to be sure that we are doing what we can to mitigate losses and to provide the liquidity needed by the college. I must tell you that I serve on a number of investment committees, and I firmly believe that ours is among the very best. There's no dominant ego, which is often the case, broad skill sets, and very collegial discussions. Challenges are welcomed. While we may be down substantially, steps taken over the last couple of years have resulted in our endowment being down a whole lot less than most of our peer institutions. Now, I know you can't eat relative performance, but nonetheless, we are faring better than many.